Uh-huh.
Yeah. I hear. Oh, we could be heard. At least we know we could be heard. They hear us out
Hey, good
in the land.
afternoon, morning, depending on where you are.
Hmm.
Good afternoon, morning, evening, depending on where you are and what you're watching
We
us
need to
on.
find a word for that, like brunch. Like they got the breakfast, lunch. We need
Yeah, but that's not just food. That's
to-
what it's called when it's
mm,
breakfast, lunch, and
mm,
dinner. Uh, like just food. Uh, yesterday was a rough day for me. Rough day. Let me tell y'all, when y'all have rough days, y'all need to just go do something you really enjoy. For me, that's dancing. For my brother, that's hoeing.
well, it's sitting around and letting your mama and your sister come up with a plan to get you to take a dog out the house.
She told me.
Damn shame they didn't.
I feel like
You were part of the.
Azazel picked up the phone and texted you that,
Mm,
like to
mhm,
save me. Like I
mhm.
feel like that was the dog that did that. That wasn't that wasn't them.
That was them.
He's free, freedom.
No, because Zazel really don't like being over here like that. Well, Zazel be looking
Lies.
like no. Zazel be looking like, oh,
That dog looked free. That dog look. You don't
well,
see.
he free
He
because
might
he in
be
the
going
kennel,
through
but yeah, that's what
PTSD
it is.
because he ain't in
PTSD.
the kennel.
Hmm.
Like, but he is happy. He just don't know because he's sad because he don't know how long it's gonna go away. You know what I mean? It's gonna
Hmm.
be one of those things where it's like, uh, this is gonna be over soon. Oh, I'm gonna be back in jail.
Hmm. Sorry, y'all.
Like,
Sorry.
uh, yeah. So I went dancing yesterday.
Hmm.
I said I do Latin dance for the community to know. Yeah, I'm like all over. So when I lived up north, I don't have to say that. Like women more likely to dance than men, right?
Hmm.
So there's way more women just standing around on the corner. Like the property's hot for
The,
an
the,
unattractive man. Unattractive men, you want to find a woman, learn how to salsa dance. Learn how to bachata. Actually, you don't gotta learn how to salsa
okay.
dance. Just learn how to bachata. If you are
Okay.
unattractive, even if you a thickum, start taking bachata lessons. Because women will be happy to let you dance. There's this guy I used to dance with in DC.
Hmm.
He was hella intense. He'd be like,
Oh, he staring your eyes and everything,
yes.
trying to imprint on you.
Hell hella intense. It was hella intense. And I used to be wildly like uncomfortable, but I was like, fuck it. Like there ain't that many guys who dance with him. He was fun to dance with once you got past the intenseness of it all. Yes, the intenseness. It was too much. It was a lot. And he would do this.
Staring into your soul.
He would do that. It was a lot. And I mean, I dance with him very often, clearly. So I was like, you know what? Forget this. I'm gonna learn how to lead as
Mhm,
in bachata, right?
mhm,
So I could at least go dancing and just have fun dancing, right?
mhm,
So I learned how to lead. I'm a proficient lead, right? I wouldn't
mhm,
say I'm amazing, uh, but then I'm better than a lot of the men. So it
mhm,
looks like I'm amazing, but I'm proficient.
mhm.
Reason why I'm not trying to sit here and start stuff with men like, oh, she say she because she got a vagina, she better than people, and yeah,
Mhm,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
mhm.
yeah.
You on your feminist shit.
Yeah, I'm not.
Mhm,
The only reason why I say I'm better is because I'm a follow.
mhm. Oh yeah, yeah. When you're a good follower, you know how to lead better. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you know
Yeah.
what feels horrible.
Yeah.
Like men be sitting here trying to jerk you around and do all kind of stuff. I'm like, what is sex like with you? You must be trash. Yes, you are
Oh
trash
shit.
in bed.
Oh
Yes,
shit.
you're the
Ouch.
worst. Like, and so then they get to me, and I'm like, hey, come on, ladies, come on, let's do this, let's do this. They're like, ew, I feel like a lady,
Mhm,
or whatever. But then I got to Atlanta. Not that nobody's ever hit on me, right?
mhm,
Which good, but I'm just saying, like, the reason why I say that when I got to Atlanta, it was like I'd ask a girl to dance initially, and it'd be like, I'm not gay. I'm like, "Woo." I said, wait, what did
Hey,
you think I asked you?
skirt.
She said, you asked me to dance. I
Yeah.
said, yeah,
But
dance.
that's
Is
usually
dance code
probably
for sex?
no, but that's usually probably
The gateway
the
drug.
prerequisite to the
Last
gateway
time I
drug. Yeah.
danced with a
The-
girl,
uh,
next thing you know, I woke up the next morning.
and I didn't know what happened,
Yeah,
but my panties was
it was slipped to the side.
yeah, it's
Like,
the side.
ma'am, I was just asking, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna
That's
walk away.
prerequisite.
But yesterday I went out and I was dancing,
Mm,
and all it took was for me to dance with one girl who's a really good dancer,
mhm,
and they was like, "Oh shit, oh snap, oh,
mm.
she's the best," and it was like all the
Yeah,
girls
there's
wanted to
all of
dance.
you.
Yes, Now you hot. Now I'm hot. Y'all on me.
You out in the streets. You
Mm-hmm.
hot.
Mm-hmm. But I had fun. I had a fun time.
Mm.
And then I looked at the time. I said, "Look at the time. It's 1:00 in the morning. When
Damn.
am I?
Damn.
20?
Damn.
Let me go home."
Damn. Yeah.
I was like, and keep in mind, I remember there was a time where I was like, "It's just 1:00."
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Now I was like, "Whoa, 1:00. What am I? I got work in the morning.
You turn to Cinderella.
Yes, it's time to go to bed. It is well past time. How young lady get in the car? Like that's how I felt. I was like, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud that I at least get 7 hours of sleep. And when I get 6, I'm like, you are pushing it. Right? That's life now for
It's
me.
a change of priorities, you know.
Hey, a nap is everything.
Yeah.
Okay. I was talking. So our sister went over to our cousin's house with the kids at a little play date. Katrina fell asleep, and she said, "What is it with y'all in these naps?"
Y'all are bad.
Look, I'm not used to nobody if I don't get a good nap in. That's just what it is. Yeah. So this week was just like, it's just like a week. It was like there's life happening all around. So we were like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about life happening all over the United States and beyond. You know, there's discussions about what's going on in our the Palestine situation. I don't know enough about it to sit there and have an opinion. I just wish people value life. That's what I do wish. I do wish that there was some fair rules to fighting. There used to be fair rules to fighting. Like people went to a remote location and they just duked it out who won. But now it's just civilians are getting, you know. And I always say that to people. I'm like, I always thought that I grew up in a rough situation, you know, like, and on some level compared to some people's lives, I did, right? It wasn't nothing to hear gunshots and be like, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not a tire.
Okay. Yeah. Get down.
Yeah. And then I saw a documentary about Chicago, and it was like these kids walking the street just in case they need to scatter. And I was like, oh shit. And then I heard a documentary about somewhere overseas,
Middle
and I was
East.
like, oh God, damn. It's like these things. So that's what I will say. I don't have any what's the word? I don't have any. I'm not allegiant to anybody. I feel like that's a word. I'm not.
It's not. We're gonna make it one.
Yeah, there you go. I have no allegiances to anybody. I just have allegiance to life and the purity and sanctity of preserving life. And I hope that some more people have the same.
No, I'm gonna say on the Palestine thing though. Something I heard. Well, I read somewhere that like just like you, right? From New Orleans. Yeah, I'm about this shit, whatever, you know, I grew up rough, I've been in these streets. I did whatever, ever. But it's something I read that really disturbed me. And it was the guy was saying, one of these guys wrote something and said, in order to ensure that, he is a brother, in order to ensure that my lineage survives.
You posted that.
Yeah, I posted.
Yeah.
That my lineage survives or his lineage survives. I give him 2 of my children and he gives me 2 of his children to raise, just in case something happened and one of the families died or get bombed and they just died. I'm like, wow, that is so damn real. I'm like, shit. Yeah. Like we don't know. Like we complain about all this shit in America. But we know very little of real struggle. We know very little of life or death situations. We know. Minuscule amounts of trouble and whatever, it's just crazy.
And it's not to say that life ain't real for us, but there are levels to this game.
Yeah, we on level 3.
Yeah, we ain't on their level. And it's not to say that we can't empathize with our level and empathize with their level as well. This is just not life. This should not be life. You should not have to not know your own children because they have to live with their brother and y'all can't see each other because then it wipes out them. But y'all
can't be in the same place at the same time.
I feel that way too, though. You remember when I took the girls for a girls trip? I didn't sleep the whole time. I came back early and Michael was laughing at me because he was like, I came back a day early. He said, why'd you come back a day early? I said, I can't do it. I said, if something happened, I realized if something happened in that moment, I wiped out more than half of the future Lawtons in the world. Like, and I could, that was a lot of pressure. I couldn't do it. I was stressed.
Mhm.
Everywhere we went, I took them all over the place. They had a good time. I took them all over the place, and they wanted to go more places. I'm like, no, this is Baltimore. Like,
Mhm.
like I can't risk a bullet. I can't risk.
Yeah.
So I can't even imagine. I would be dead. I'd have a heart attack if I lived in that kind of reality.
You wouldn't get any sleep, and you have pressure, anxiety issues. You would be on all kind of Zoloft and everything else.
The good stuff.
The great stuff, the white people stuff. They get hooked on.
The best stuff.
Mhm.
But there's that. I saw, just to get the heavy stuff out of the way before we go to the fuckery. I saw that they finally released the video of the gentleman in Louisiana.
Ronald Green.
Ronald Green.
I have.
You have the video?
I will not play the video. I'm not going to play the video, but I'm going to play the officer that initially they said
The lies.
the lie initially. Well, initially it was lies. This is when he had to admit to part of the truth. The initial lie was that he ran into a tree.
They'll give him the whole.
Okay.
Spiel. Yeah.
Well, Ronald Green was driving, and they attempted to stop Ronald Green.
He was speeding.
He was speeding
going over 100 miles an hour.
Well, no, because he was going 100 after he got behind him.
Yeah.
So
So it became a
initially he
speed
was
chase.
it became a speed chase. Initially he probably was doing a couple miles over the speed limit, and then it turned to 100 miles, which was probably 50 miles of speed limit. And
which is a arrestable offense in Louisiana.
Yeah, and
So.
it is, but
I'm just giving. We don't want to do what they've been
cool.
doing.
Yeah, okay, cool. We're gonna give all the facts. Okay, so that is a arrestable offense. Correct. They had a couple police cars behind them. I want to say about 4 or 5, and then they finally stopped the guy. So upon stopping him, he tells him, he's scared. Hey, I'm scared. I'm just, I'm frightened. Please, please, please. He's begging for them not to kill him, I guess. And they pull him out the vehicle. They he's on his stomach. His hands are up underneath him.
Well, before they do that,
go ahead. They tased him. They tased him. Sorry, they tased him.
Like from him getting out. Now he's out and he's
out the car. Yeah,
right.
And
but they're pleading. Mad, and they're visibly mad, right? So they start tasing him immediately.
Yeah.
Then he's on the ground. They're talking about stop resisting the whole 9. And it's been proven that when you have when you're tased,
you don't have full body control.
You don't have full. So now it's that, and now, but while they're doing this and they're pulling the arms behind their back, other people are beating him.
Yeah, kicking him and beating him.
Yes, and so I watched the video. Like I was like, I refuse to do what I've done in the past. I made myself watch the video. It was horrible.
Yeah.
To watch this man begging for his life, and then at the end of it, they're sitting here talking about, I hope he don't have AIDS because they have blood on.
Yeah, because they got blood on him.
And one person's dragging his body, and he's being dragged face down.
No. Well, prior to them dragging him, right, he was face down, and he stayed face down for 9 minutes, crying out in agony and pain, and they just left him alone for 9 minutes, and then the officer comes, grabs him by his leg shackle, and just drags him on the ground to where his head is hitting the ground as he's being dragged. And
just treating somebody like, and look, and this is why I want to make sure that I'm clear on saying that this person was breaking the law when he did what he did, and I still say there's no reason for them to do that.
No, there wasn't. He wasn't a school shooter.
I don't care what it was.
Well, I mean,
you've seen history of people who've come in, killed people of color and the whole 9. They treat him with human decency and respect. And you mean to tell me that this person was just speeding?
No. Well, that's the point I was getting at. I was getting at it wasn't an offense that he was a violent offender. What I'm saying, that they had to engage with that much force. That's
There's never a reason for that much force, though. There's never a reason. If there are 4 men, and I counted 4 at the time, I didn't see, like, it wasn't clear to me that they were, like, they said there were more men doing more stuff, but I saw 4 my own eyes.
It was at least 4. Yeah, it was at least 4.
And they clearly had him down. Whether his hand was behind his back and he was in handcuffs, neither here nor there. They clearly had him down.
Well, okay. What I was trying to say was the initial response. What I'm saying, the tasing from the jump, I was talking about that. No, the beating is, no, we can't excuse that at all. That beating part or whatever, he was subdued. He was subdued. At the time he's on his stomach, and you're on top of him, there's nothing he could do to threaten your life if you have 4 men on top of him.
Yes.
Even if he had a gun in his waist, right? There's no way he could get that gun out and shoot anybody with 4 men on top of him, because as soon as he pulls his arm out, you got him. You already have
And
him.
if that was a concern that he had a gun on him, you remember when they used to put people on a car, spread your arms on, put your car and tap you up? They don't do that no more. They just go straight to.
They ground tactics.
Some
they
people
pull you down on the ground.
don't do that anymore.
Yeah, a lot of them don't.
But in this video, they definitely didn't do it. They went above and beyond to make him pay for making them work.
Yeah, and that's what it was. It was just look what you made me did. And I mean, we're from Louisiana, so I have had run-ins with the cops, and I've had issues with the police, to where I've been slammed on the car and stuff like that. So and gun drawn on me
for no reason. I've had guns drawn on me for calling the cops. So
So this right here was like just deja vu, and just like, okay, yeah, this what happened. It wasn't a surprise to me, when I saw it.
Well, what was the surprise is what they said happened and how he died. What they told the family.
Okay, so now we're gonna get to that. So they take the guy to the emergency room, which he was already dead at this point, and handcuffed to the gurney, and then they tell the doctor that, oh, he crashed in a tree and we got him out and he was like this. So the doctor looks down. The doctor says, okay, he has bruises on him and he have taser prongs sticking out his body. Did you tase him after he got out the car and he's dead? And they said, well, we don't know what happened. Then they gave him a blanket, and the doctor just looks at him and just takes the guy, brings him back, whatever, pronounce him dead, whatever, and says, I can't remember what they wrote on it, but he wrote something on it. Doesn't add up. That's what he wrote. He wrote on the report, doesn't add up. So this was 2 years ago. 2019, this happened 2019. If it wasn't for somebody leaking that footage, right, doesn't add up, would have stuck. It would have stuck.
The footage or that doesn't add up, because the footage is something they had to go to court to get released.
Yeah,
they had to go to court to get that.
Well, no. Initially, somebody. No, well, it doesn't add up. That part, yeah.
Leaked.
No, I'm talking about if it wasn't for the footage of that interaction, the body cam footage.
That didn't get released till later.
No, that's what I'm saying. It just got somebody leaked it. What I'm saying.
But did they leak it after they went to court?
No, they leaked it, and what happened was they keep on saying, well, this was done by it wasn't done officially. It wasn't officially put out there. They keep trying to focus on it wasn't officially put out there, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that y'all lied about the whole engagement, and then afterwards, I think the whole thing about the doctor, I think that had something to do with the court, going to court and everything, with the facts around it. But that footage got leaked, and that's why they end up going to court. But
which spawns this video where they finally acknowledge. So they tell the family that he died because he hit a tree at a high speed. That's what they told them.
That's what initially told.
And then they gave them the runaround from that point on. So this is the video that comes out after the fact of them seeing that this is not the case, and them fighting and going to court and whatever. And because the fact of the matter is, most people in Louisiana, and it's just what it is, can't afford to do the due diligence to find out what happened to their family. So if you assume that this happened one time, you have to assume that somebody caught them doing this. You have to assume that this has happened multiple other times, but people are from low income areas and they can't afford to prove a fact, even when the fact is like evident.
Yeah, I mean, when it doesn't add up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play it.
Will the sound play?
This is the major that was trying to explain after the fact. Like I said, even the DA and them, everybody. I
agree with you, Heidi. The whole
let me put it up there.
The whole department is corrupt at this point. I don't have
the whole department.
I don't have that whole. I abhor when people use these talking points like it's a few bad apples, all this extra shit. I abhor when people do that because it's a lazy way to take no responsibility for the shit that's happening. And I've seen it time and time again. This is the only place. Could you imagine hospitals doing this? Where they're protect your doctors at all costs?
Yeah, at all costs, protect your doctors.
Like, could you imagine? This is the only job where it's okay to be corrupt. And it's okay to do it. Like, when you
everybody else looked the other way.
Yeah. Yeah. And the people who actually believe that they're like, I've had friends of mine who became cops, right,
Mhm.
and didn't last long because
Mhm.
they thought they were going in to do the right thing, and they got found out real quick. You ain't playing by the same set of rules we
Nah.
playing, sir. You gotta go.
This ain't the old school cops and robbers, right? This is, back in the day, you used to play cops and robbers, and he was like, "Oh, we're going to do some good. We're trying to do the good, catch the bad guys." No, this is agenda,
Mhm.
and you get caught up in a system where people that do the right thing end up getting reprimanded and end up getting fired. Actually, do you remember the cop that got fired for telling on his partner, whatever, that did something racist,
Mhm.
and they fired him. They
Or
didn't
the
fire.
woman who stopped some the black woman who just
Yeah,
finally got her pension.
yeah.
Like it's just there's time
Yeah,
story after
she stopped
story.
somebody from beating a black person, I think, and
Mhm.
and yeah, they
They fired her. How
fired
dare
her
you?
and
How
didn't
dare
give
you?
her a pension.
So anyway, let's play.
Yeah. So that is I
Sorry, I
think
just
that's
want to make sure it played.
I think that's the video of him telling his superior officer.
The amended version
Yeah,
of
yeah,
what,
the amended version. Yeah,
like the amended version
yeah,
of foolishness.
yeah.
Anyway, so it finally got released.
And I think that's what got released also after the court thing. I think that's
All
also
they're
what
gonna
got
do is
released.
sue. All they're gonna be able to do is do a because no, like, sorry, like I live in reality. I'd like to believe there are certain states that will be held accountable or hold people accountable.
Mhm.
That ain't one of them.
Well, there's bus rides right now being planned to go there. They're going to go there, and while we're talking, go ahead, keep talking, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to put the officers' name, faces, and everything up there while we talking about it.
Okay. Well,
Um,
they're gonna be bus rides where people come in to protest.
yeah, they're
I
gonna,
need those people to be very
yeah,
careful
please be careful. Yeah,
because this is our home state, and our home state don't care. They don't care at all, and it is what it is. Um, I'd like to believe, and so change comes about when people do something. So, uh, I hope they hold them accountable. Louisiana has been a state that's always been red,
mm-hmm.
always been red. Very rarely, I don't know if there's any other state other than New Orleans that's a blue state.
What do you mean,
A
South
blue
states?
city.
South.
Yeah, is Baton Rouge blue?
Um, I think so because it's a college town and there's a lot of black people. I think it might be, but
Yeah, if
it's
it
it's
is,
only
it's
probably
like
three or
barely.
four
Yeah,
places. I think it's the bigger cities.
it's also
Yeah,
illegal once you get arrested to you can't vote.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, these are all impetus to make sure that you keep things in your favor. It's just bigger than that. So, um, that was the guy talking, right?
That was no.
That wasn't.
No, that was that's the guy that dragged him by his shackles.
This is disrespectful. I saw that. I was like, that's
Mm.
disrespectful. Like, just it's the amazing. It's the for me. It's the audacity. I remember our brother, right? We'd sit there and do stuff. And my brother used to be one of those people who, like, he was the kind of dude that if he did something and you got mad at him for doing something, he get mad at you for getting mad at him. Right? It
Mm.
was just the goalpost was always being moved. Like what was considered right and wrong was always being kicked down the line. So then you notice that what was right and wrong was all dependent on whether or not it affected them. And this is the same situation. It's like you have a situation where uh this man, he clearly did something wrong. I am not trying to
Mm-hmm.
say that man did not do anything wrong. Ronald Green did something wrong. It did not need to cost him his life. This is the point. The point is you need to pay for the wrongs you've done. That's supposed to be the point, not to pay in death.
Yeah. Yeah,
And then,
death is not it's not the crime. It's not punishable. I mean, his speeding is not punishable by death. I'm sorry.
yeah. So, uh, sorry, I'm reading him.
Oh,
He was a part of the choke.
yeah, he was the initial state trooper that initiated the stop. He helped beat him to death.
Was that the one who said, "I hope you don't have AIDS"?
I don't know which one said that. It was yeah. It
They were
was
wiping off. Like,
yeah.
how do you
Wipe
beat
off the
somebody
blood.
so bad that your hands are covered in blood?
And they said he's still on the streets. They didn't no
Oh, all
time
of 'em are.
off. Yeah, no time off. Um, post the other one.
Mhm. So, and we're not showing you their pictures so retribution can be had or
No,
anything
no,
like that.
no,
We're
no.
not suggesting that at all. We're saying if what y'all did, y'all felt like was the right thing to do, stand up for what you felt. You did this stuff. Take ownership of it.
Mhm.
Right? And whether you or not you have your day in court, this is you're gonna at least get seen. That's what we're saying. You're gonna get seen, and this is what's happening. Um,
That's the one that responded. That's the lieutenant that was on the well, the lieutenant actually responded to the scene, the guy that was talking before, and they saw the two men covered in blood and actively brutalizing Ronald Green.
it's like a gang. That's what it is. This is like a gang.
Okay, he told them they were doing a good job and leave Ronald shackled and on his belly instead of providing emergency aid. No,
Like,
no, this definitely. I mean, cops across this country, especially L.A. When you saw Rodney King back in '92, right? It was gang-like activity.
I remember that. I remember watching that as a kid and being terrified and the whole nine, but also thinking to myself, well, this is gonna change things because we got to see it.
Mm-hmm.
And then realizing when the not guilty verdict happened that see the disrespect of it. Why is your feet on this man? The man is already handcuffed. He's shackled and handcuffed.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's shackled and handcuffed, what more he gonna do? Roll?
Well, that was because and he was trying to get up to turn over because he was having hard difficulty breathing.
Okay, but
And
again,
they put a foot on him to keep him down, which is yeah.
say anyway. So if you didn't know, now you know that this is what's happening. Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna
It hasn't
the
changed
next
anything.
picture
Hiding.
is kind of graphic. So I'm just warning you. The next picture is kind of graphic.
Are we? Is this how we're gonna get blocked?
Yeah,
How we
yeah,
gonna get
yeah,
Facebook jail?
yeah.
Who's
That's
in Facebook jail? Is
that
this,
was me.
Is this page or you?
Yeah, no, it's just me because
Oh.
I put it. I put it up on our page, and it was no,
Facebook
I'm sorry, it's
jail?
blackmail. It's blackmail
Oh.
page, but
Facebook jail.
it put me in jail because they're going after this black dude that was in the riots in Capitol January 6th riots. So they're looking for this black guy. He's a rapper or whatever. I guess he was there for publicity or something, but they got his picture all over the place. And I just posted the video and I said, look at this dumbass Nick Nog. And they put me in jail for hate speech. So I'm like, okay.
Nick Nog, we got that on the list. You're gonna have to come up with a new word.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. Why I can't why it's it, and I looked it up. Nick Nog actually means an ignorant person. So it in some places do mean black, but it actually means an ignorant person.
Yeah, you have to do better, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come up with
Catch
another
up.
term. Yeah, they're ahead of me. God dog it. Facebook is ahead.
So we're warning you ahead of time if
Yeah.
this may be a sensitive.
Yeah.
This may be sensitive to see.
And that's after they
He's
finally
dead.
got him up. He's dead. He at this point, the guy said, he went limp. That's the only reason they picked him up.
Again, this is all like this is not it. I mean, like it's amazing to me. Just think, like I'm an engineer. I have to create and design things that sustain people's lives. You go in buildings; these buildings have to hold you up. Do you know back in Greek times, the engineers that worked there would their repercussion for a failed building was death.
Oh, wow.
Or a failed road was death. Like if somebody died because of what they did, they died. And there were repercussions. Like, I'm not saying that that's not the case here. We ain't getting one. But there are repercussions for what our actions are. And if you could see somebody just designing something willy-nilly, oh, that one failed, but better luck next time.
We're going to try again.
Yeah, and then everybody, all the engineers, like, yeah, it's a hard job. You have to do. Do you understand what it takes to do? Like, do you understand in your job, you don't get to walk up to people and beat them to death. You don't get to do half the things. And okay, yeah, all right, I don't have guns pulled on me, and like I work with computers, so fuck engineers, like EMTs, fire department. They got to be around those people too. Stuff gets real in the streets. Military personnel, military. Could you see?
Yeah, they do it all the time, and still they have to.
They have to answer to that.
Yeah, they have to answer to it.
Like, could you see? And I'm not sitting here saying military is perfect, whatever the case may be. I don't know. I've heard stories from other people, but I don't have purview on that. But my thing is, could you see? Like, it's considered a war crime for them to kill civilians. It's
They'll be
considered
court-martialed and
Yep.
face serious issues.
These things are like, could you see this being done anywhere else? But here, it's like even the National Guard. The National Guard is like that's like you don't see it anywhere else, but here it's like people come up with excuses, and I'm not even gonna say, like, I'm sure there's some people who see us as animals, right? They see us as animals. They see, like, oh, look at them, all big and black. I'm not even gonna say that, but some people believe in the police so much that they just have blinders on to everything else because they want to believe this world is a better place, and they want to, and they make everything work to fit that narrative. So it's troubling, and my condolences to the family and what they've gone through to get truth and information out about what really happened to their loved one. And there's nothing to be said. Like, there's no warning. I'm not here to sit here and say, well, black people, when the police pull you over, just stop. No, because when you stop, you get a bullet. When you run, you get a bullet. When there's no way. When you tell them you're scared for your life, you can get a bullet. Things can happen to you. You can die from your interactions. And so I don't know what to say, but to say, be careful.
Yeah, be careful. I mean, judge each situation. Don't stay calm. I could say this: stay calm. Try to stay calm as possible, because you don't want to amp
That
up the
still
situation.
won't save
Yeah,
your
and
life.
it won't. But I think it'll give you better results.
I've had people
Being
walk up
calm
to
and
me
not being erratic.
with a smile on my face saying, "Hey, officer, how you doing?" And then I was like, "Oh shit," because their hands on the gun.
No, yeah.
Their hands on their gun. I'm like, my hands, like, wow, okay, well, wait. Like, and he's like, "Why are your hands up?" My hands are comfortable. I just live like this. I like my hands up.
Like it helps the blood circulation
Yeah,
to
it's
my
like,
heart. I don't want to get stroke right now.
Yeah, so how can I help you, officer? He's like, "Well, you can put down your arms." Oh, they're
good. I love him up here.
Yeah, it's not. It's amazing. Like, I move. Where's your license? Oh, my license. It's over there. Give me. Look, my right hand is moving towards my license. Like, it's like, I don't know what to say. That's it. I don't know what to say. I have nothing responsible to say, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that anything you do can save your life.
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, and you don't know. I mean, I'm just giving people. I'm not saying it's gonna save your life, but being calm in any situation.
At least you can, like, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's no definite answer. Let me say that prior to that.
When I went to court, you remember the time I almost went to jail? The time I almost went to jail. The story I told you, and I went to court. They asked me, and I swear to you, they laughed at my answer, but I swear to you, it's an honest answer. It was right when the state shut down because of COVID, and I had to come back because of my job. Like, I had to come back. I had to be back in town, so I was speeding. I'm not even gonna lie to you, and I don't need to lie about that. I'm like, I consider it my due. Like, oh, fuck it, this is for your taxes. I'll pay it. And
I'm giving the police fund.
It is what it is. I did do it. So the judge asked me, why didn't I tell him that I had to come back? Now, well, first off, there was a few things wrong with that conversation. And I told you that. Like, it was like, oh, his thing was he didn't believe I had a job. And I was like, what? He said, you really have a job? I'm like,
when did they give black folks jobs? When did they give you Nick Nas jobs?
A job? What? I'm like, yes, sir. I have a job. And so he didn't believe that. And then he said, why didn't I tell the police officer why I was speeding? Because he was like, I understand why you were doing it. And I was like, my answer was just, it was instantaneous, but it was an honest answer. I said, he was so nice. I just didn't want to bother him. Right? Like, I didn't want to bother him with truths or anything that could make him mad,
Yeah.
that could make him feel, you know what I mean? Like, to make it tense, to make it anything. Like, just give me the ticket, sir. I'm gonna go. like that's it. Like, I didn't. No, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna dispute you. I'm not gonna say but. I'm not gonna do none of those things. No, nah. No, sir. And so he thought that was funny. He thought I was like, okay, well, whatever. But that's a reality. At the end of the day, I think your job is to make sure you get home.
Yeah.
I've also, in contrast, I saw a video where this woman, did you send this to me? I don't know. A woman got pulled over and somebody reported her car stolen. Right? Now, let me say this. I've had my car pulled over and they said that my car, it just so happened to be a brand new car in a high drug area, right?
Just so happened.
Yeah. I just bought it that week. Like, it wasn't even a week old. And he pulled me over saying my tail lights were out. I said, on a brand new car?
Brand new car.
I said, well, can I get out and see? No.
Okay.
So again, you can't trust everything that people say is true, whatever. So with that being said, she got pulled over. They said that her car was reported stolen. They pulled her over, guns drawn. She had a kid in the car, and she lost her fucking mind. When I tell you she lost her fucking mind, she was like, "This is my car." And they was like, "Calm down, calm down, calm down. We're running your stuff now, whatever." And they just kept talking to her instead of running the thing, but she's losing her mind. Eventually, she went and got in the car and tried to drive off. She got arrested.
Yeah.
That I can say is too much.
Keep your composure. Yeah.
That is too much. You should know it wasn't you. I saw it somewhere else. Your job is to survive and go home. Now you're arrested. You know what happens to your child? Your child goes into the system until somebody can get it.
Your child's arrested too. You didn't help your child get arrested, damn it.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that you're not right. I'm not saying that you have no reason to be upset. I was upset. I work hard. You know how many, I remember sitting there thinking how many hours I worked to be able to afford a car that I paid cash for, brand new. Right? I was proud of that fact. And that fact that I'm black and I had a nice car was
black people pay cash for cars and buy and get brand new cars. When they start doing that?
And they got jobs.
What the heck?
So I'm sitting here and I can feel the heat rise. But then I thought about it, Nicole, fuck it.
Yeah.
Because that's not the point. Because the point is you got to get home. All that anger ain't going to help you in that moment. So I agree with you about staying calm because your goal is to get home. I'm not saying you're not right to be pissed. I was right to be pissed. How dare he pull me over? I'm like I do what I'm supposed to do. Like I am the fucking American dream. But at the end of the day, it doesn't qualify because I look like what they want.
Look like.
Yes. And so it's always going to be held against me. And that is irate. I am irate about that kind of stuff, but fuck it.
Yeah.
Get home.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, your life matters more than your ego, more than pride, more than anything else. More than you being up there and looking at people look at you driving by slowly looking.
You are right. Yeah. More than righteousness, right? You are right in these situations. That woman was absolutely right for being upset, right? That being said,
your life is worth more.
And you're arrested.
Yeah.
And you're this. Like, you went from being mildly offended and hurt to being arrested with a record and your child went into the system. And it's not your fault. It is not your fault, but this is the system that we live in, and we're playing by some corrupt rules. And so, to play by these corrupt rules, you got to play the game. The game is to be safe and get home.
Correct.
So, there's that. Are we gonna go straight here, or are we gonna go? Okay, just keep it heavy and then go light.
Because
eventually I got fuckery.
We gonna because I thought about that because we can't go light heavy like
it's just too much.
No, we ain't.
It's a lot. It's like watching Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy does that shit. I watched Grey's Anatomy this week and I was like, oh, tear, ha ha, tear, ha ha. I'm like, y'all make people feel bipolar.
Nah, we ain't gonna put y'all on a roller coaster like that. We ain't gonna do that. So Amazon in Connecticut, Amazon temporarily shut down one of their warehouses because they kept finding nooses tied to a beam up in the rafters.
Hey, here's a question.
Up in the rafters.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Where'd they buy the nooses from? Amazon?
They probably did. They probably they probably got it shipped from somewhere. It's right there in the package. You know, I got it delivered to me, and you know, it was next day. It was part of Prime. It was safe. I mean,
I should be ashamed of myself.
It's no shipping.
Oh,
I saved money. But anyway,
they got cameras everywhere in Amazon.
Exactly, and this is exactly the problem, right? You have cameras all over that place. You cannot tell me they don't know who did this, but they shut the whole construction site down, the whole warehouse site down. I'm sorry. After
when they say construction site, are they building it?
Yeah, no. I think it's no. Hold on a second. No. Actually, you know what? Okay, so it's when they was going through construction. It's before, so they might not have had the cameras in. Actually,
they didn't have the cameras.
That's probably what it was. They didn't have the cameras in. So it's before they actually went into before they started using the building. They shut it down temporarily for finding 7 nooses hung in 1 month.
Was
in
the 7th one was like, we got to stop.
Yeah.
Let's shut it down.
This ain't even the 30th.
Somebody might be hurt.
This ain't even 30. Like, okay, so
February.
You know how in the business they got posted how many times that you since the last accident? There, how many times since the last noose?
Back to day one.
Back to
God damn it.
0 days. Damn it. Damn.
But so that happened. But there's and this doesn't happen. I don't know if this happened in the same state or whatever. There was also a story of an Amazon worker having a heart attack and dying on the ground. And he went to their doctor because they have a doctor there. And he said, "Hey, I have chest pains. I have this. I have that, and the third." And they're like, "Nah, you're fine. Just go back to work.
Walk it off."
And then he died that day. And so, and he was there for like, if I'm not mistaken, allegedly 20 minutes. 20 minutes on the ground. Dead. And the thing is, the reason why I say maybe nobody got to see it was because
they didn't see them dead for 20 minutes.
No, maybe they didn't see him dead. That's what other people were saying. But they'll tell you when you put stuff in the wrong place. They'll write you up for putting something in the wrong place. How did you know it's in the wrong place? You got cameras everywhere. You got the monitors monitoring the monitors. And yet you mean to tell me you didn't see this dead man on the ground? Like, or somebody who's in pain. And then maybe they didn't see him, but you definitely went to the doctor and they're sitting here saying, must get to work.
Maybe they do like Japan and have power naps on the job, and they thought he was taking a power nap up underneath the equipment.
They also talk about how, like, Amazon was going to be unionized and they were voting for it, and somehow they didn't make the votes, and I don't know how that happened. I don't know why nobody thought that was in the best interest of everybody. Look, Amazon prices ain't cheap no more. It's not like Amazon prices are cheap. I could now I just go to the store. There was a time Amazon prices were dirt cheap. They ain't the case. They're comparable. So why wouldn't you want to make sure you take care? I feel the same way. Look, human life is worth more than me saving $1 in taxes to pay the cost to pay for their wages. There are restaurants now that are opening up. There are restaurants now that have changed and amended the way they do things, and now they pay their people their tips. So they make more than minimum wage now. They make the money they're supposed to make because they put the cost of the tips in the food, and the quality of service didn't go down. The food was still good. It was some great, actually good places. One place in Birmingham, one place in Atlanta, and it was really good food, and I thought it was dope. It was a refreshing. Like they do it in overseas where you're like, hey, where's the tip? And he's like, the tip's already been covered. I think it's refreshing that we take care of our people and we look out for people. If you can't, and I get it, some people can't afford to go out. But the reason why some people can't afford to go out is because there's these minimum wages that are happening, these unlivable wages that are happening. Like these people who are in the service industry, the customer service industry, they're not getting paid what they're worth. And therefore, they're creating these moments. But it's not us that's the problem. It's the businesses that are, because they're saving on massive ends on their end. So keep that in mind. Did you want to?
Yeah, let's go.
That bullshit.
Yeah, So we have an online company, Shein, I think it is.
Shein is this overseas place, and they're
It's a
try-
fashion retailer.
yeah. To me, it's akin to,
Fashion Nova.
I would say, Forever 21.
Okay, all right.
Because they have little bits of everything there.
Mm.
That being H&M is what I want to say.
H&M,
Not,
okay.
not Forever
Mm.
21. H&M is akin to that.
Mm.
And so they decided to release a new product to sell.
This new product.
And
In case y'all can't tell what that is, it's a phone case with a black man handcuffed, and they're drawing a. I guess it's a police officer because I see the blue.
yeah, it's a police officer.
Yeah, it's the blue sleeve, and they're drawing a chalk line around this black man laying on the ground. So they pulled it Saturday. Pulled the phone Saturday. Do you know why they said they put that out?
Why?
So this was supposed to have been a case. It was designed by somebody else. They said they illegally used this design. They didn't even get clearance to use this design, first of all. And it was from 2014, from when Michael Brown got killed. So that was supposed to be supporting Black Lives Matter and whatever. Context, people. I mean,
then how does this support that?
It doesn't support. No, it clearly does not.
It's not even that. It's just
No.
like, one, it was illegal. It's just like,
yeah, no.
We already know we do stuff for money, right?
Yeah, no.
We do stuff for, like, we live in a society. Like, I was watching this video. This guy, he's hilarious. He was watching where he was making commentary on people doing stuff. This woman was in the street doing a TikTok video with no music. She was just like, no sounds. It was the whole thing. And I'm like, this is what we're doing for popularity. This is what we're doing for money. This is what we're doing. We're doing anything. And this is anything. Creating salacious stuff like this. Like, the stuff that we like, the tone deafness of it all is amazing to me. And you can't decide who buys that. So anybody can buy that. And be like, I'm pro.
A bunch of cops buying that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It could be anybody. And I'm not saying just cops or whatever.
But well, people that
be
support
anything.
and support the message of black people being
dead
criminals and killing black people.
Yeah.
This is where they belong.
Yeah.
You know, that can also say that message.
So. It's the perfect case for the people who are against being killed and the people who are for them being killed. That's how they promoted it.
Both sides. Hey, we're supporting both sides.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Both sides. We got both sides.
I ain't got no money to be sued. Y'all be y'all. Look, I ain't got no money. Don't. What else we got? I'm tired of. I'm getting depressed.
We got Kwame Brown. I mean,
thank the Lord.
Yeah, we could talk about that because I don't have anything with Kwame.
Thank the Lord. Finally,
go ahead, talk about.
Actually, hold on. Let me make sure there's not any before we get there. Kwame.
Oh, I could go somewhere else first.
Yeah. Go.
Okay, so we got PPP loans and people are people getting having issues. Put it this way, to say lightly, with allegedly filing PP loans that they shouldn't be filing. Allegedly.
I mean, you know,
allegedly
they're filing. Like, look, people, there was free money in these streets, and some people, like, a hustler going hustler.
They gonna do something.
And I said that incorrectly on purpose. A hustler going hustler. All right. And they gonna do what they gonna do.
Do it backwards.
They gonna
They gonna do it backwards.
And they gonna do it. And sometimes, like, for every person who got caught, there's people who got away with it. And so that was a risk they were willing to take. Me personally, I'm claustrophobic. Don't put me in no small ass room. I'm gonna live my life right. That's one thing you always know. I'm living my life right because I cannot. Just the handcuffs alone, I will pass clean out because I can't. So I'm gonna live this life right. But that being said, not everybody feel that way.
So like a friend of mine told me that she talked to somebody that got the loans, got one of the loans, and their thought process was that, well, they can't catch everybody. They can't catch everybody. They can't catch everybody. So
I mean, statistically, she's right.
Yeah,
but that don't mean you ain't gonna be one of them that make the cut.
Yeah, I don't want to play with them people. Like I said,
but then there's the people who flossed.
Yeah, that's the wrong thing to do. Yeah, stay off social media. If you're gonna do illegal stuff,
millions,
keep it off of social media, please.
Here's my thing, right? I don't know. I'm old. I'm old. I've accepted it because I'm like, these people made millions.
Yeah, a couple of you made millions.
And they flossed them and they spent them. Like, okay, you got $4 million. At bare, like, I'm the first person. I'd be like, why didn't you flip that for? You could
Yeah.
have took that for, flipped that for, made that floor back, and paid it back. Like, oh, I made a mistake or something like that. By the time they found out,
Yeah.
but no, you put stuff
Yeah.
on IG. You did all this stuff. Actually, you probably couldn't have probably not got found out because you
Yeah.
could have just paid them back. You did put all
Oh,
this
this is a
stuff.
mistake. Here you go.
Maybach.
Here
You
you go.
decide to buy all. You start
Yeah.
decide to live the life and showboat what you got, and then post PPP. People were saying, "I got my PPP money."
Mhm.
Vroom. Like, oh, y'all stupid, silly people.
Money up the arm and everything. dumb nog nogs. I'm not gonna say Nick Nogs. I'm gonna get
Nog nogs.
nog nogs.
No, it doesn't work.
They don't. Nah, no, they still gonna. They gonna
You see how I'm doing better though. You see how I'm doing better. I ain't gonna be like Amazon and go back to day zero. I have not said any N word. I'm doing so much better in life. Let's see by the end of the show. Like, let's see. Day zero. So yeah, so that's happening. People going to jail. You gonna cue this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is Gully the Kid. Gully the Kid did a video. It's kind of it's funny. So and I made up a word too. Another word.
Okay.
Okay. So after that, now.
Them people's already started locking niggas up in Philly about them PPP loans. They said, Gilly, everybody telling. I said, damn. I said, all them trips to Miami gonna have you in the slammy. I told you niggas. You hear me? I told you niggas. You can't wear that Chanel in the cell. I was trying to tell you niggas thought y'all was gonna run around here and rob them peoples. That ain't the state, that's them peoples. That PPP. Go ahead, you eating fucking oodles and noodles in FDC, the Federal Detention Center. Niggas ain't wanna believe it, huh? They said everybody's telling. I said, Lord have mercy. They said it's 15,000 niggas going to jail next week. I said, Lord have mercy, man. About some PPP shit, man.
Stupid.
Shit going down, man. So, I done seen you niggas buy 44,000 rollies, man. Y'all better take them bitches back and get your lawyer money right, man. It's going the fuck down next week. I'm just trying to tell you, nigga. I'm going to give you niggas the heads up since he don't say I ain't never did nothing for you, man. Niggas is going down, man. Next week. Right.
And I had his
Word
name,
is out.
and I had his name wrong. It's Gilly the King. That's his name.
Okay.
And people's already started locking niggas up in Philly about them PPP
Bye,
loans.
Gilly, you can stop.
So the funny part about that is,
They said, Gilly, everybody tell.
oh, still coming
Yeah,
back.
he's still coming back.
The funny part about that is he ain't lie. Y'all should have got a lawyer immediately. Y'all should have retained. Y'all should have put 20% on the side for a lawyer just in case. Y'all ain't got.
Just
Y'all
in
done spent it
case.
all. Y'all done
Catch
gambled
me
it
my
all off for
PPP
something stupid.
tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Y'all
want
ain't
to be
start
in
no
jail.
business. All these people who's posting online
Baby.
talking about start a business because you have time. You didn't do none of that.
None of that. You didn't
None
do
of
the.
these
You didn't
things.
do the beginning process. You just went straight to. Oh, they're giving out funds. They're
Yes.
giving out money. I got a
Yes.
business.
Yes. Look, I remember. Yeah, fuck it. We'll talk about that another day.
Then they
It's
made
fun.
so some people did something right. They made a business to help people get these PPP loans and do the paperwork right.
Yeah, and they got a percentage.
Yeah. So
I know somebody who did that.
hey,
Hey,
that's the winners.
those are the true
Those are the
winners.
winners.
Well,
Those are winners of the
technically,
situation.
they
because
probably narking them out too.
no, they can't do that with them.
Because the reason why they're doing those loans, like these people are creating these
Oh.
things, right?
I didn't think they were responsible. Just like the when you do IRS, when you do taxes,
If you tell them, if there's proof of you telling them that you there's proof of you doctoring
you help
stuff,
them make it up? Okay, gotcha.
You're a part of it.
Gotcha.
So
all right.
yeah, but that's like, oh, you know what? I did want to talk about this. You heard about the lady in, I think it was Louisiana, who worked for the 911 operator, who the bank gave 1 point something
millions.
and they want the money back.
Yeah.
She already took the money out. She's like, fuck that, I ain't giving y'all shit. And then she got arrested. because of it. And I was like, where they do that at?
She didn't do anything. She didn't do anything illegal.
Not illegal, no. But
It
she's
showed
in
up.
jail.
It showed up in her account. Look at God. Look at God. Won't he do it?
Jesus, 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 Jesus.
I wonder,
Yes.
I wonder if she in jail. Look at God.
Now let me.
Ain't nothing but the devil. No, she in jail. Ain't nothing but the
But here's the thing.
It was a blessing though, sis.
If I did that,
Mhm.
like I can, if I on Cash App, if
Mhm.
I accidentally send money to the wrong person, there ain't nothing
You gotta
legally
eat
you
that.
can do
You gotta eat that.
because you gave that money.
Yeah.
You can't. So how is a business doing this to the person? No, no. You know what? Look, I ain't gonna put no money on your books because you got $1.2 million. But I support you, sis.
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
I support you. You went from being a 911 operator to being on the inside. I support you, sis. Don't give them back that money. Just do your time.
Yeah, do your time and let that money in the bank because they can't grab it out. I don't think they can grab it out the bank.
I had to move that thing to
Yeah, offshore account. Yeah,
But
and
people don't think like that. I
yeah.
think she tried to bury it or something. I think they got most of it back.
God damn it.
I'd have had that in
Damn.
offshore.
Yeah, offshore account. Let that thing build up.
If you're gonna
bubble
go
up.
to jail.
Yeah, if you're gonna go to
Like,
jail, might as
understand.
well. Might as well.
Look, Fidelity Bank, let me be clear. You mess around and put 10 million in my account, I'm going to jail. And then I'm going to another country.
Take that L.
I'm going to jail.
And I'm gonna
all
own
this
another.
hard mouth.
I'm gonna own a country.
Yeah, all this hard mouth. I'm telling you,
Mm.
fuck it. Like how much time? Okay, fuck it. That's it. And then I'm gonna have
10
protection.
years, 10 million. Oh,
And I'm gonna have protection. Look, I'm not advocating anybody do anything, but that lady didn't do anything. The bank made that mistake, and they need to eat that
I
mistake.
advocate being smarter. If you're in a situation, you got to think smarter.
I mean, she was gonna go to jail anyway.
Might as well have something to show for it afterwards. Which there was not a crime committed.
wasn't
Hey, let's
a
go back.
crime.
There was
But
not
again,
a crime.
That's
Damn
why
that.
if y'all
There
gonna
wasn't a
do that,
crime.
you need to put an attorney on retainer. You should have took that 1.2.
Yeah.
Moved it somewhere else. Took a chunk of
Took
it.
that 0.2.
And put
put
somebody on
a retainer
retainer
on there.
and be like, look, this is what happened. Yeah. That's what attorneys are for. Y'all gotta think. Look, y'all gonna be criminals. Be better.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna say.
That's
Be
what
better
I used to
criminals.
tell young criminals back in the day. Hey, you gotta do.
Whippersnappers.
Yeah, y'all got to do better, man. Y'all out here flossing stuff and you doing illegal stuff. You got to do one
Telling
thing.
everybody, building
Yeah.
your case.
Yeah, you gotta
Building the case for them. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yes, you helping. You snitching on yourself.
Try snitch.
Ain't nobody snitching on you. You doing it to yourself. Snitch. Okay. Snitch. So you Kwame Brown.
Now we
Let's
can
get-
talk about
yes, now we
Kwame.
can do Kwame. Now we
Kwame.
can Kwame.
Okay, so I don't watch NBA, but I used to watch it a long time ago, and I used to watch it when Kwame Brown got drafted.
Mhm.
Right, he was the number one draft.
That
pick.
was it 2001?
It's 2000, yeah.
Yeah, 2001.
And he got drafted to the Wizards.
Mm-hmm.
This is like right around the time I stopped watching. When Michael Jordan became a coach, I was like, oh, I'm tired. I was like, it's time to stop. But he was number one draft pick and whatever. Now, I am not gonna go through information I don't know. Like I don't know to be true for sure, right?
Mhm.
But what I will say is everybody was disappointed with his performance. But what I also will say was he was drafted as a teenager, like he's a kid. All right, and these grown ass adults was beating him down verbally. Like we talk about bullying.
Yeah.
He was bullied
Yeah.
every fucking where.
He got in the league at 18 years old, I think.
I feel it was 17.
17, maybe it was 17. Yeah, probably 17. You're probably right.
And he got bullied. Like he got legally bullied. Nobody ever, and but you sit there like nobody ever thought about it. Everybody supported it. They made fun of it. They laughed about it the whole night. This dude was like, he still lived his life. He made his money, whatever. You know, he didn't do bad.
50 million. 50 million is about how much he made.
He was a decent player. He just didn't meet the standards of other people. And then they find out that there was a reason for it. He had a reason that he wasn't doing good because apparently people was bullying him there and it was getting them. So it wasn't even like this poor man, this poor child at that time. So now he's 40.
And he took it like a G. He didn't complain about it. He's like, this is what
Never
it
said
is.
one
I'm
word.
making my money.
Yeah, he never wants. I've never seen him say anything about it. Now he's 40, right? And it had to be in the 90s then. It had to be late 90s.
Yeah.
It had to be.
Yeah, I think it
because
was.
he's 40.
Yeah, I think it was 90s.
So if
yeah.
he's 40, then 18 he had to be in the 90s.
Yeah,
He's 40 now, and some people, Gilbert Arenas, Matt Barnes,
Matt Barnes. Mhm.
somebody else, they were talking. And what I do know from watching this video, Matt Barnes didn't really say anything. I think he might have laughed, and I think he touched somebody.
No, it was 2001. 2001 he was
Okay.
drafted. Mhm.
Oh, I'm 2 years older than him. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so that makes
Shit,
sense.
I'm old.
So he's in so they're talking about him and they're like, what? So at first they were cracking jokes, right?
Stephen A. Jackson also.
I didn't, oh yes, he
Stephen A.
started jokes.
Stephen A.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He started cracking jokes. And then it was like, well, I'm gonna be responsible. And then he gonna try to be like, well, this is the reason why. Yeah. But you started hot in these out these streets, cracking jokes on this dude. And then now you want to be responsible. Miss me with that foolishness. You being petty, be petty. Stay in the petty or don't be petty.
Stay in that lane.
So they stayed on the podcast talking about it. Staying petty in the whole nine. Well, I mean, he's like, fuck it, I'm tired of this shit. I don't work for the NBA no more. I'm just trying to live my life. Y'all want this smoke? Smoke. Okay?
Let's go.
He came out there blasting.
go.
Okay? Da.
Let's go.
A bullet don't have no name on it.
Nope.
Everybody got hit. And then Matt Barnes was one of them. Matt Barnes got hit so hard. And I was like, oh, R.I.P. Talk about that chalk outline.
Yeah.
That was Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes. And for people who don't know, again, because I didn't watch, I don't watch basketball. But when basketball intersect gossip, now I'm all
now,
now
you're all on it.
Yeah, I'm all on it. So Matt Barnes was married to this woman, and the woman decides that, well, Matt Barnes and them, marriages have their problems, whatever the case may be. She's like, well, I'm going to cheat on you with your coworker. I can't think of his name right now. So she starts cheating on one of her coworkers. Matt Barnes finds out, and he makes this whole ride. There's this infamous ride that he makes down there to fight the dude. It's infamous. It's like, oh, you're my children. He paying he paying the house note. He paying everything. She got this dude in the house, and I think by that time they were separated. So it's a whole thing. Everybody laughed at Matt Barnes. So the problem with that is Matt Barnes knows what it's like to be on
the receiving side of bullying.
Yes, he knows. Because I ain't gonna lie, that was funny. I laughed. So
Derek Fisher,
that's his name. So then, and I don't know if Kwame did this or not, or people are supporting the fuckery. A video came out recently.
Oh no! Everybody, anybody on the internet is down with being petty. I mean, we in the whole two groups. We in groups that they about it. They will pull up your foolishness. They will pull up the tomfoolery and engage in it to the fullest.
Well, Matt Barnes did come out and say he didn't say anything, whatever. He didn't know what happened. That dude needs a hug. This, that, and the third.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
you was a part of. You was a part
of
of it. And what I do know is complicity. You're complicit.
Yeah, you're complicit in the foolishness.
Yes.
Because you said nothing.
At no point did you say, hey, let's stop that.
Yeah.
At no point did you say, hey, leave this man alone. He's been through enough. And none of that. You was a part of it. You didn't say anything, so you're still a part of it. So come get the smoke. So they released a video, and I was like, who the fuck found this video? They win the Petty Award for the week. It's a video of Matt Barnes walking with his then at the time wife. Beautiful woman. And
Gloria Govan.
Yeah, that's her name. Gloria Govan. She's on TV now, right? She's on Basketball Wives or something like that.
Yeah, I think she is. Yeah.
So beautiful woman walking, and they're on the red carpet, and they're walking down, and they see
Derek
Fisher. And she gives Derek Fisher a hug, and then she goes to go talk to somebody else. Derek Fisher comes to give him a dap, and he act like he didn't see it. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna go talk to this random chick. Hey, random chick. And then
play it off.
Derek Fisher was like, nah, you gonna acknowledge me. And then he did it. He's like, now let's take a picture together. And the wife was over on the side of Derek Fisher, and Matt Barnes was like, nah, B, bring your ass over here.
Yeah.
And then she came over there for the picture, and I was like, how did they find
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Somebody was like, ding, idea. I know this video. Let me pull this video up.
The internet is forever.
Never forgets.
It's forever.
Never forgets. Then it gets better. Charlemagne the God tries to get him.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And here's my thing. Again, I don't like what I respect in life. What I respect about Kwame is Kwame coming out swinging.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He's
yeah.
like, he's swinging like
He's backed in the corner, like he's a cat. Like
dude from shit, the movie.
oh yeah. Don't drink your juice in the hood.
No, but where it came from.
But it came from Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
Boys
Yeah.
in the Hood, yeah.
He came out
Trey,
swinging like
Trey.
this.
Swinging
Everybody
like
could
Trey.
get it.
Fucking with them cops and the cops and always because I'm black and he hated his black gums and he hated black asphalt.
You know the fucked up part is I think every black person who watched that part of the movie laughed.
Yeah, they laughed at it. Yeah. Yeah.
It was, like, it was supposed to be
funny.
a pinnacle moment. It was supposed to be sad that talked about policing in America and black people, and all we saw is this. He's just swinging. He's just swinging. Like
and Nia Long up there like
try not to laugh. That's how I was like, is he crazy? I was like, anyway, I know that's what she was thinking. Like, he lost his goddamn. Anyway, that's how he came out swinging, and I respect that. I respect the fact that you're sitting here saying, you know what, I'm being petty, and this is what petty looks like.
We gonna show you what it looked like because you obviously you don't know. You obviously don't know.
You know what it looked like. So Charlemagne the God comes out and he says, "Hey y'all need to leave this man alone. These my guys who came on, who has the podcast. Shout out to the podcast. Y'all should watch the podcast." Yeah. So he gives them credence, right? He endorses them.
He endorses the podcast.
And then in the same breath, he tries to be like, "No, leave him alone, guys. Y'all need to leave him alone." And then he proceeds to be messy as shit.
To make a joke about it.
No, he under the guise.
Under
It'd be different if it was a joke.
Gotcha.
It wasn't even trying to. He was trying to be like, I'm trying to be helpful. This man's gonna blow, like kind of thing. Let me tell you about his family dynamic. Let me tell you what his dad did, his brother did, his other brother did. None of these things are what he did.
Yeah, he wasn't responsible for any of it.
And as somebody who, let me finish the story. So he tells them that his dad murdered somebody, his brother murdered somebody, and the other brother has some charge for like drugs or something like that. And he's like, these people are crazy. He's unstable. He implied these things. At least that's why I took from it. And then he was like, but he did it like he was trying to be so helpful. And my thing about that is, I don't have a problem with Charlemagne the God. He ain't somebody. His name is Charlemagne the God. All right. Any problems you were gonna have, you already knew from his name. This dude was not about shit. All right. So for him to be like he's not the moral compass, he's not none of this. He's just
and Charlemagne hard. Have you seen Charlemagne run before?
Yeah. He's just a surviving dude who's trying to make it by hook or by crook.
Yeah. That's all he's doing
in life.
Yeah.
You can't take us for a word. You can't do nothing. Like he ain't about none of this smoke. He ain't not about none of this life. He's just a slimy person trying to make it in the industry. And it is what it is. Some of the shit he say is entertaining. Some of the stuff is problematic.
Could be true. Some of it is real. I mean, he said some real stuff too. I mean, I ain't gonna take nothing from him. He's on the right side. He's on the right side sometime when it's good, when it fits serious issues, but it fits the narrative. So he's part of the machine that is media.
Yeah, but understand where he came from. He there was some problematic stuff. So while he was releasing some history, Kwame decided to release some history. That boy Betty, boy.
Yeah, hey,
he went and got the girl. Now, for people who don't know, he had a rape case against him a long time ago. I think the charges got dropped.
Yeah. He
never got formally charged or whatever. It was this girl, she was 15 at the time. And in context, Charlemagne was like 20, early 20s. So in context, that is we're not talking about like 30, 40-year-old Charlemagne. We're talking about somebody who was from the hood and whatever. And the girl got gang raped. And he knew, I don't know if he was a part of it or whatever, or slipped or something. I don't know the full parameters of it. But you know who does? That girl. Because Kwame put on a podcast to discuss it. And he was like, wait, let's talk about what happened.
What happened to you? What did you do though? You want to talk about what did you do, sir?
So much so that he
Mm.
got a cease and desist
Mhm.
from Charlamagne.
No,
the guy.
of course. He's a brand. He don't want his brand damaged anymore because
He already
that-
got damaged before.
yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. He
shows,
got
he had
drugged
this
through.
and that,
Yeah.
the third. Like he had an opportunity to make a wave, and they stopped that wave from happening immediately. So yeah, it is what it is. But shout out to you, Kwame.
Hey, I salute.
Right?
I salute.
And I'm like, on a responsible note, right? I appreciate the fact that he's fighting back instead of internalizing it.
Yeah.
Because again, that is how you go crazy. Like
Yeah.
the world is
That's how
a
you start hurting other
mean
people.
place.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Like this man, like he did his job.
Mhm.
It's a mean place. Like I hope I never get in front of social media. This is why half the stuff I don't do. Like people ask me why I don't like I don't know if the world knows, but I'm quite funny when it comes to my stories. Funny. But I don't go out and do it often. I don't go out and do a lot of things often. Like just because I don't want to be seen. I don't want to be recognized. I don't want none of that stuff. I don't like people.
Get in the DMs. Tell her you see her.
I don't like people as a general rule because most of the people are like sheep. I said it.
Yeah, they follow whatever's going on.
And they go out their way to make people's lives. I've
Mm.
never. Let me say it like this, because never is how you get on.
Yeah, somebody gonna pull up your shit.
Yes.
Somebody pull up your video.
I don't think. I don't have the spirit in me to try to bully somebody.
Mhm.
Right? So I don't think you'll find something online where I'm like telling people that they need to like that was it. Chrissy Teigen.
Chrissy Teigen, yeah.
Chrissy Teigen. I knew I was
Chrissy
missing
Teigen.
one. I was like, I should have wrote it down.
Teigen.
Chrissy Teigen. Like Chrissy Teigen.
Mm.
Well, Chrissy Teigen is like everybody was like, oh, she's woke. She's this, that, and the 3rd,
Mhm.
right? Well, woke Chrissy Teigen.
She's old Miss Woke herself.
And I like Chrissy Teigen. I don't have a problem with Chrissy Teigen as a person. Right? We're all human. We all flawed. So when I said I don't think I've ever done something, that's why I stopped and said I never did it. Because we're flawed. We're human. Yeah. Maybe I had time one day and I was on a low vibrational scale and I said some stuff that I shouldn't have said. And I will be willing, like, go through it and call me out on it. I'll apologize. This is not my intention. So that being said, I know I ain't never did what she did. Okay, I know I ain't never did that shit. Because she was telling this girl to hurt herself.
Yeah.
She was telling her everything under the sun. This is a child. Chrissy Teigen was like in her 20s too. And she she had fucking time. It was so there was
Where
this
was
girl.
it on?
It was I don't know if it's IG or what. I don't know what it was, but she was in her DMs. She actually slid in her DM to tell her to hurt herself. There's this girl. Now, the girl was like supposed to be the newest Anna Nicole, right? This poor child got married around 16, 17, I don't remember, to this old ass man. And they were walking around like everything was okay. Like she was like, "Oh, he's so great. We have sex outside. This. It was very California. Shade to California. No, sorry, y'all do a lot sometimes. And this is
we're
one of those,
free.
Yeah. So people hated it, and instead of them hating this man for like this obviously grown ass man, and this young child is just a young child, they was just coming for this young girl. Like they were coming for her so hard, and like and that. So to be fair, it wasn't just Chrissy Teigen. Everybody was a part of the train. Like it was like this man wanted notoriety and fame. So he would put her on. They would go on all these talk shows. I remember this stuff. They would do all this stuff. And there was this conversation about the woman's breast not being real, this child's breast not being real, and so they do a breast exam on TV just to show that her breasts were real. Like this is the bullshit that people were doing to a minor, right? The parents gave this girl. They gave permission to this child to marry this man and whatever. But we were all a part of it, not me, because but there were people who were part of it who was like throwing out vitriol, and Chrissy Teigen was one of them who was like, "You're a horrible individual, you're this, that, and the third." And I'm like, she's a child. At the end of the day, she's still a child. So one day, I mean, nobody at all And then she released
And it got released.
all of this stuff.
Mhm.
I was like, what did you have like a reminder on your, sometimes I have calendar reminders that I set up like years in
Or
advance. I'm
maybe
like,
it's a
oh, shit.
Facebook memory came up.
Oh shit. Maybe.
Facebook memory. Remember when this happened? Oh, it did happen.
And then she
Here it goes.
reminded the world.
Here it goes.
And Chrissy Teigen's losing all kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Got canceled.
And her husband's like, but wait, we're ordinary people. Now you are.
No, yeah.
Now you're ordinary people.
Yeah, not we're gonna take some stuff away
We
from her so
don't
you can feel
know
ordinary.
Which way to go.
She didn't know which way.
We're just ordinary people. We got fired for saying stuff. Don't say nothing. No,
and don't have it be verifiable.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god! And it was like people like, and then the comments came out about that, and it was like, oh, she was a grown woman saying this stuff. She was in her 20s.
Yeah.
Was she wrong? Absolutely. That's your 20s.
Yeah. But it came back. Yeah, your 20. Yeah. You drinking most of the time. You just saying anything. You just, you just out of your teens, basically.
Like,
you're just you're not really adult, but
you don't know what you
look
are
at as
an
an
adult
adult,
technically,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you don't.
But mentally, a lot of times,
a lot of people aren't.
You're not.
Like I was super responsible when I was 20, but I was also married. I was also, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there were reasons why responsibility came for certain people, but people in their 20s do stupid shit, and that's not to discount it, but it's also, I'm saying that to say don't discount what Chrissy Teigen's
done so far. Yeah.
done.
Because people change. You can't talk about something happened 20 years ago and think that you're talking the same person, because we all grow. I mean, we all get to a certain point, and we have to look at that and say, is that the same person we're talking about now?
Yes.
So, yeah, no.
And
but, hey, this is what happens. Shit comes back to haunt you, and it can cost you in your future.
Ordinary people.
Mm-hmm. You can be an ordinary person.
She's an ordinary girl. She lost some ordinary money. They ain't gonna hire again to do anything.
Yeah, we got anything else? Witchcom died. I forgot about that.
Yes.
Yeah, Paul Mooney died.
We'll save that to the end.
Okay.
Because shout out to Paul Mooney.
Yeah,
Paul Mooney is amazing. One last thing, and then we'll get to Paul Mooney. Portia Williams.
Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus!
That was this.
Something that ain't acting right.
Portia Williams. All right, for y'all who don't know, I'm an avid. I don't watch reality TV except Real Housewives of Atlanta, except I used to watch Love and Hip Hop of Atlanta and New York, right? And then they fell off. But Roa has kept me just because of historic reasons. I just continue to watch it. I love the characters.
The Mess.
I love the mess is kind of old, but I just like watching them because I mean, like it's been on the air for almost over 10 years, so it's like it's like historic for me now. That being said, Portia Williams is one of the people on the show. Beautiful, gorgeous woman, right? Body is ridiculous. I want to say all of those things, right? I don't know if she's a good person, so I'm not about to say a lovely person or anything like that.
I was about to say.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
All that you just said is negated by trash actions and
what I will say is
low quality.
She's very low vibrational. She's very low vibrational, but she's a fun time. She's a fun time to hang out. Like she's a silly person, but there's a history of Portia Williams. She's always shown herself to be lied on Candy about something about rape.
Her ex-husband. Her ex-husband, she went on and she just talked all kind of stuff, and everybody was all on this man about he wasn't this that. Then came out. Now we see what the person is. I can't remember what she said about him. I can't remember what it was, but he didn't do whatever it was.
He looks like an unquality person. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay,
because he likes to sue people. So I'm
okay, but
he just doesn't. I'm just saying I don't want him to think I'm saying something else.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Because he likes to sue people.
I didn't say it, sir.
He just looks like I watched him when he was on the show, and he just look. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say about my husband. You ain't about to put me in that because he likes to sue people. God bless you, sir.
He come for
you. I
hope
you're happy. But back to her. What I do know is she's created a system of lies that she's been proven to be lies online.
Yeah.
She also has a history of anger issues and
Mhm.
stuff like that, and hierarchical issues where she feels like she's above certain people and she could treat certain people certain kind of ways
Mhm.
and that kind of stuff. Those things I can see from video, like I can show, and you ain't gonna sue me because
Yeah. Oh,
well,
yeah. It's
now you
proof.
got
Yeah,
that
we got proof. Yeah.
Nigerian money, so maybe but
Yeah,
you
she
know,
could try, but I mean,
whatever.
you haven't said anything that hasn't been true yet.
So
So
she lied on Candy about
Mm-hmm.
having a sex
Yeah.
dungeon, even though she wasn't the person who started the lie.
Mhm.
It was Phaedra, but
Mhm.
she was a part of the lie,
Mhm.
and that costs, like that. This is Candy. Like, say what you want. I saw Candy at the airport one day.
Mhm.
She's like 2 feet tall.
Yeah, Candy's small, well, not small, but she's short.
She's short.
Yeah.
Say what you want about Candy. A lot of other things. Like, there's a lot of things you can say about her. What she always says is she does not drink
Mhm.
because I don't know what she went through in the industry. I don't know what she saw in the industry.
She saw a lot of shit.
But that leads me to believe some shit happened.
Mhm.
And that made her go, nah, this ain't gonna be my story.
Mhm.
That's what it leads me to believe. I don't know if it's true or not. This is just my assumption. So, and then you put that on her and her husband,
Mhm.
right? Who's also a pocket-sized man too. I can just pick him up and put him in the pocket. I saw him and Nick Cannon, and I was like, I could put those two people in that my one pocket. That's how small they are. So it goes from there, and then she's like goes out, and like she's very entertaining. She's great for the show. She introduces her friend of the show. I don't really care about this, but this is what I'm gonna tell you. This person they said was a friend of the show was married to this African guy. The African guy had a long wallet of money.
Lots of
Lot
moolah.
of
Lots of moolah. That cheddar, that pepper jack, that damn Swiss, that
Gouda.
Kobe, that
Okay.
provolone,
that Gouda you had,
uh-huh.
like when you had that cheese at my spot, you had the fullest. That's how
Oh
much
yeah,
money
oh
he
yeah.
had. That
The goat
full
cheese,
assortment-
yeah,
yes,
the goat cheese
that
y'all had
full
over there.
assortment
Okay.
of cheese.
Full assortment of cheeses.
And the wife, he on January, the end of January, he posted something that he was gonna separate from his wife. Then he made another post saying that him and his wife are gonna work things out. She's amazing.
Mhm.
She's this, that, and the third.
Mhm.
Then a post comes out saying they're getting a divorce. And
And
this is
then
why
a post come out.
this is why I don't fuck with social media.
Then a post come out.
But before we get to that
Okay,
post,
go ahead.
this is why I don't fuck with social media, right? Somebody put this online saying that they said something about knowing knowing some business about something. This is what I feel about social media. I want to know about none of y'all relationships if y'all ain't willing to tell me
Just
how
share
y'all broke
everything
up.
else. Yeah, you got to share everything. If you start off, oh, we're happy with it. Oh, look at us, we're on the beach. No, at the end of it all, don't just come and put another person up. Just be like, okay,
They just
hey,
slide one in.
yeah, hey,
You
that's
went
not the
from
last dude.
engaged.
No,
You went from engaged to now you're just like whatever.
living my best life. Hashtag
Mind
love
your-
myself. Loving myself.
Solo and beautiful.
Mhm.
Like you're just doing too
Yeah.
much. And it's like, and I'm not saying I want to revel in people's pain, but my point is life is this.
But it matters too because people that'll follow you, they need to understand that we
Yeah,
all
this
go
is
through
life.
stuff. We all go through
You
stuff.
sitting here making
Yeah.
people feel like their life is shitty
Mhm.
because you're showing all the good notes. That's like the chick, the American Dream, that murder story on Netflix.
Yeah. Okay.
They put all their business out about their marriage and whole night. Dude murder her and the
Yeah.
two kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. Oh, sorry. Her baby that was pregnant. He was pregnant.
Yeah, she was pregnant. And the two
kids.
kids. Yeah.
But they put all this stuff online, like everything was amazing, the best thing in the world. Nobody knew any of the
Yep.
problems and this, that, and the third. That's why social media ain't shit. Because people only show you what they want you to see. Right?
We
And-
should have did this last because it segues to this video right here, what I was going to show you. But go ahead. Keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they only show you what they want you to see. So now Portia Williams put out this video where she had look, I don't care what y'all say. Portia Williams is the GHOAT. She's the GOAT. Okay? The GOAT. Okay?
The greatest hoe of all time?
Yes.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Just want to make sure
The
everybody knew what
goats.
that is.
Okay.
GHOAT.
She had a picture of her old baby daddy from last year who she
Mhm.
was engaged with
Mhm.
with her new man
Mr. Long Money.
in the same
Mhm.
Mr. Long Money. In the same picture with her engagement ring on, talking
Mhm.
about love. When he posted "Love Wins."
Mhm.
Anybody who posts "Love Wins" world ain't shit.
And we'll know that when it all ends, I want somebody to bring that
You wanna
picture
put
back.
that-
I want somebody, and I want to
Hashtag
look
love
for it.
wins.
Love wins. Like I'm going to put that up. Love wins. All right, brother. Love
Remember,
wins.
love wins.
At him, love wins.
So petty.
Mhm.
So
Did it
that's
win,
what
brother?
happened. And everybody's like, well, he's still married. He's still this. He's still that. I'm like, fuck it. I don't care. Like, I don't personally care about any of this stuff.
No.
Why? Because there's a lot of chicks who've been doing this on the side. No problem. Some of those people who posted how loose she is will tell you about their situation and come up with an excuse and be like,
I was young. Yeah, I was young at the time. You know. Yeah.
This girl got 400 million reasons to
Yeah.
break up a marriage. And y'all act like y'all don't understand why.
Not one of them. Not one of them.
Y'all understand 1 million of those reasons? Not just 1 million? How about 400 million? Because let me tell you, Portia, look, I will get in the gym and do a Rocky montage to get fined. If you introduce me to that man, I'm taking him. I will do a Rocky montage on it. Dun-dun, she be hoeing.
That look, put a video up and whatever. You just a video of him. Love wins. Hashtag love wins. Love wins. Love wins.
Doing my squats.
Love wins.
Squat. Like, oh, I'm taking your man. I don't care. And I'm be like, girl, I got you. I'm gonna give you some money on the side, like, cause thank you for looking out for preserving him for me. And I'm gonna take him. And then I'm gonna be waiting for somebody to take him from me.
Yeah. Next.
Yes. Like this is what I affectionately call ladies. This here is community peen. You cannot own the library. Don't try to own the library. The library belongs to the people. Okay.
Well, you know what? No. Okay. We can say one thing about
rent
the
your
brother.
book and go home.
We can say one thing about the brother. He's marrying him, so he doesn't mind like marrying him and opening himself up to, giving a little bit out to the community. So he's on a different level. He's on a different level than Future maybe. But
I know you want to segue to this.
No, we ain't gonna segue. Go ahead.
Nick Cannon.
Yeah, Nick. Okay, go ahead, Nick.
So this is my thing. I'm so glad we naturally went into these things. Nick Cannon has a baby on the way. His 7th baby, right? Yep. And the internet is correct in saying this. They're memeing him to death. They said Nick Cannon is just Future with a turban.
the new Future Hendrix.
They said that.
And Mariah Carey a tattoo on his back.
Oh yes, yes. I was like, when he got that Mariah Carey tattoo, I was like, well,
it's the end.
It's beginning and end. Yes,
yeah, it's the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now he has 7 kids, and it begs the question: why aren't people mad at him for having 7 kids by all of these people?
It's just the image.
You think so?
Nick has a better image than Future. And you know what? The other thing is Future, because Future done said some stuff in the past. He tried to go after Sierra. He does. Nick Cannon takes care of his kids and stuff. Future kind of questionably takes care of his kids. But he doesn't give them money. So, I don't know.
He also spends, I think he spends time with the kids. I'm not sure. Like, he has a business. He's like, he's a better
image.
about his money. Right. So but I also don't give a fuck about Future either. So maybe that's why I feel this way. I wasn't upset that he has 7 kids or whatever.
No,
I don't give, but I also don't give a fuck about Future. Even if Future don't have the money to support the babies, even if he doesn't do that, because y'all are getting with this at the end of the day.
Yes.
People or fuck people.
Yeah. And
he almost got me.
But
he almost got me.
Damn, she almost had. Plus, he's visible. He's as public as these streets out here. Y'all see what he about, and y'all still do it. So don't after the fact cry out, "Oh, he's so wrong." No,
y'all
come
wrong.
on now.
Come on,
accountability, people. Accountability.
We're victimizing the victim, but the only victim is the child.
Yeah, no, yeah. I agree.
The only victim, because at this particular point, you see him messing with him, knowing that he done did, like, he got a history of knocking him down and walking away. So at this particular point, it's a you problem, because you knew better. Clearly, he does not. He that's like they always say, if you're arguing with a crazy person, nobody can tell the difference.
Nope.
That's what you are now. We're doing that. Now, that being said, Nick Cannon, if you want a full figure girl, I'm your girl. Right? Because you take care of your kids. It's a proven history. Like, and I might want a kid. Like, you just, holler at a player when you see him in the streets, is all I'm saying. because it's gonna be hard for me to get Portia Man away from her.
Yeah, I think
But
at 400
you
million,
just
but he might be obtainable.
well, Nick Cannon's a rent to own. He is only a matter of time. It's gonna be over soon.
Mhm.
He's a rent to own.
Yeah.
It's gonna be gone. He's a leaser. Sorry,
Mm.
he's a leaser.
Mm.
He's a lease program. On the inside. I'm just saying. I'm gonna take care of them. When you come by my house, there's gonna be some greens on the pot. Like there's always gonna be something for you. Be like, your daddy here. And be like, daddy. It's like, yeah. You want something to eat? Oh, bring your girlfriend over. I don't care. I shall. Well,
Yep. Okay.
like, just saying, everybody, get this out. Nick, I can't sing, but I'm pretty sure you're over Mariah Carey. Like, don't you know? You ever dated somebody who could sing?
Yeah, I have before.
It is annoying as shit because all they want to do is sing. It's like, for your birthday, I'm gonna sing you a song. No, I don't want that gift. That's not a gift. That's you could do it.
So my first baby mama could sing, and she didn't. Yeah, no, she didn't do all that.
No,
No, she
she
didn't.
can sing?
No, yeah, oh yeah, she used to win talent shows and everything. Yeah.
Look, y'all
used to
need to
sing,
stop
yeah.
wasting y'all talent.
Yeah, she used to sing.
Y'all need to stop wasting y'all talent because that
She
right
was
there is a
good.
waste. I never
Yeah.
knew that.
Yeah, you know, she was a great singer
Oh,
Yeah,
the people
before-
I knew, and Katrina could tell you.
before she
The
started
people-
smoking and stuff. And,
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Fuck. The more you know,
Mm.
the more you just feel sadder for the world because she wasted all her talent.
Mm.
Katrina can tell you. They always want to say, "Woo." No,
Ooh yeah.
no. Okay,
Nick,
but
Nick, can we
Nick,
talk about?
but Nick, I got you. I can make
Mm.
some greens. I can make health. I do vegan cook. Like, just look, I'm cute.
Mm.
Yeah, and you ain't got to worry about hitting jagged edges of bones. Stop. And I'm discreet. Don't nobody need to know. All right, they don't need to know about the H child. There's some of them who are discreet. You don't hear about none of that
You
stuff.
don't hear nothing about nothing until they grown and be like, oh, this is Nick Cannon love child, and then
Because keep in mind,
Yeah.
he got 7 kids.
Mhm.
So there's one of them y'all don't even know about
yeah,
because she's not in
Yeah.
the industry.
yeah, that's true.
Nick Cannon
Yeah.
talks about it, but he
Yeah.
don't mention her name
Her
or
name,
nothing like
yeah.
that. So like, Nick, stop messing with these industry chicks. They talk too much.
He not hiding the kid from the world. He hiding the world from the kid. Who the hell ever went? Drake. Shout
Lord.
out Drake.
Yeah.
Shout out Drake.
Drake, don't call me Drake.
You don't want Drake?
Nah,
Come
don't
on now.
call me
You know
Drake.
you want to love Drake.
No, I don't. Because
Anyway.
Drake. Anyway, that's what I say. I'm done. I'm done. Call me.
Mm.
But what do you
Yeah,
want to
just
do?
say, wait, yeah. So we were talking about how social media, and this is a segue from that social media being people thinking one way and not understanding, everybody is the same. Everybody goes through stuff. You might be sitting there idolizing certain people's lives, not understanding what goes on behind the scene in which they're not showing you.
Okay.
So this is a little something.
Glasses here. They both are full, but one's a lot bigger. This kind of represents everybody on social media, how their lives look so grand, they drive really cool cars and have a big house. And this represents your life. It's pretty happy, it's really full, but you can tell there's that bigger life that you wish you had. However, all social media is pretty much just an illusion because everybody's life is the same amount of full. Don't ever forget that. So I've got 2 glasses here. They both are full, but one.
Yeah. Look at more,
Ding.
Yeah.
And no one has had the battle. G.I. Joe.
That's it. Because it's like I don't even watch social media stuff because I'm sitting here like, and then sometimes I be watching stuff and people because what? Okay, this is one thing. The streets talk. Okay,
Mhm.
the streets talk. And I remember not being messy, so I'm not gonna say any names, but I'm being petty. So I'm gonna tell you the story.
Okay. Come on.
That's a distinction. Not messy, but petty all day. So I remember this girl. She got married and she's posting all her stuff on Facebook, everything under the sun, children, whole 9, right? And I heard my friends, these are my friends, right? My inner circle friends kind of thing. And one of them had a baby. And you go through all your hormones when you have a baby, and you go through every feeling alive in the sun. And so she was like, I'm not doing well. I'm not, like I'm ignoring my husband and me aren't in a place, and this, that, and the third. And there are people living their life, so and so and so and so. They're doing great. Yeah. And I was like, wait. I said, understand This is not being me being messy, right?
Mhm.
Like a horse and a donkey look like the same from a distance.
From a distance, yeah. Mhm.
But understand, I'm not being messy when I show you this. And I showed a pitch, my DMs, him sliding in my DMs trying to holler at me.
Oh damn.
Then I told him the story about how she's stoopsing her coworker, and when she goes out on these out of town visits and stuff like that, and she stoopsing this man on the side, but they got this perfect life, and she's like, oh my god, la 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 la. I'm like, I'm just saying, life looks more like what you have, and be thankful for it, because the people who are putting it out on social media, their lives aren't that great. They just want to remind themselves that they're participating in lying to themselves as well.
Yeah, they want to feel a certain way. They don't want to feel like they want people to idolize them. So,
but they want to just also. I mean, when you're not happy, right? If I'm not happy with how I look, I'm gonna show, like, you know how I trash filters.
mhm.
You know how I trash filters. Like, they're gonna show that. There was an article that this is going seamlessly. There was an article that came out this week, and I was gonna send it to you, and I forgot because I forget. And it said that filters, social media filters, are linked to depression.
Oh, all day. Even just social media, period. Because the fact that you get so many likes, if eventually what happens is people stop liking stuff because they get used to seeing you.
Mhm.
And then after that happens, you have to do more. You have to up the ante. So now you got to show a cheek here. You got to show a little extra.
I didn't even think about that. I forgot about that. You're right, but the filter part that came out, and I'm like, y'all, and I want to post it. That's why I didn't do it, because I wanted to be extra petty and post it on every social media site I own, because I'm trying to save y'all. Okay, yeah, I'm petty too, but I'm also trying to save y'all from y'all selves. Like, I used to do modeling. I know exactly what it looks like when you are modeling, and then you see yourself after you see the picture of what they say. they took a picture of you and they touched it up, and you're like, why? I was perfectly fine with me. And then I saw, and like, I have great skin. I don't understand. I have great skin. This is everybody agrees. My skin is amazing. But when they touched it up, and then they went back to the old one, I was like, the fuck is wrong with my skin? Like, look, Heidi, look, filters are the devil. Okay? The devil. They're the devil. And the sooner, like,
just like makeup without buying it. That's what it is.
Yeah. Although I agree with that. Anything free makeup, I'm okay with.
Just makeup without buying.
But live in reality and I'm not saying don't take some filter. Like, yesterday I wore some makeup, right? I'm not saying don't do it. What I will say is, remember what you look like. And don't get lost in that. Right? So for every one picture you take 10 regular pictures and be okay, right? Or like, because I say filters started with the angled pose. That's how filters started. Where they was the up and angled pose. So you take a 16 to make it look like a 12. So like, it started with stuff like that. Like, we gotta stop. Like, be who you are, be where you're at, whatever the case. Just sit, like, be okay or change.
And I'm gonna be on my Kevin Samuels shit, right? Filters is responsible for women's delusion. They can keep women delusion. Well, men do. Yeah, men do that too. I don't address the selfie niggas. I don't address those selfie dudes. I don't do that because
is that a duck face?
That is I think duck lips. I don't know. That is less than masculine to me. So
everybody's doing it now.
Yeah, and
everybody's doing it. Filling in their hairline. They're doing all kind of stuff.
Speaking of that, another thing. A-Rod came out with a male mascara line.
That to you too.
What the hell? I saw it. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
And they're gonna start wearing it.
A male makeup, and that's what I was talking to my friend about. I'm like, they're gonna do it. And I said, she was saying, well, A-Rod not just regular dude, he a pretty dude. I said, and there you go. That's the line that's gonna break it over to other dudes because it starts off with the female impersonators.
I mean, the Latin
Then-
community's been doing eyebrows though. It was only a matter
eyebrows,
of
but
time.
not makeup.
It was only a matter of time. They went
Not
from their
makeup.
eyebrows be arched to the gods.
not makeup.
Okay,
though.
but not. It was only a matter of
yeah,
time.
yeah. So then,
But
makeup?
you're saying that, but they probably been wearing makeup.
yeah, it probably.
They probably
I
was
don't know.
touching up some things,
I don't
highlighting
know.
some
I
things.
don't know.
Their eyes don't act naturally sparkle like that. Like they was contacts.
Hey, brothers in the street, I see y'all. That's
I
automatic.
support it.
That's what. Okay, see, and
support it.
that's the
You know
problem.
why?
Why?
Because I want women to get mad when they come and lay on their sheets and mess
Oh,
with their sheets.
look at my damn sheets. He got this mascara. The
And-
mascara on it. He got the mascara on my pillow.
Copyright.
Mascara, copyright.
But no, yeah. Like, and maybe we'll realize how dumb this is and we'll go back to just like being ourselves.
Yeah, I mean
It's bad enough you go on dates and I'm like, who is he?
Yeah, no, that's right there. That's that divide, Heidi. That metrosexual. That's when it started. That's when that slope started going. That gradual slope down to where we got now. Because that word was the divide, and once people got okay with the metrosexual term, then we started doing everything else. Everything became open. Mascara.
I'm okay with manscaping and metrosexual.
No. But we didn't have a term of it. I wear lotion, okay, but we don't have to put a word to
best
it.
friend wasn't like
We
that.
don't
For the
have,
longest time,
but
I
we
used
don't
to
need
have
a
that.
word for it. This is what I'm saying.
Oh.
The terms are the problem.
Women don't have words for that.
Okay, yeah.
I
No,
don't think so. Do we have
no, I don't
words?
think so.
Okay.
No, y'all do basic. Oh, she basic, but y'all don't have a
But that's
term
not
to.
a-
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's
y'all
not
don't have a
big
term to try to make it. The term is trying to make it okay so people could to agree on something. Oh, okay, we're just being metrosexual to do some extra stuff, and then now we got dudes with Merces walking around everywhere I go. I see Merces, and I'm like, what the hell? Stop it! Stop!
It's saturated.
Stop! No, whatever.
I mean, I don't have a
Whatever.
problem with any of those
Stop.
things. I personally don't have a problem
Stop.
with any of those things.
But okay, but until you look for a man and you see that, okay, you can't
Well, that's not-
tell.
That's not necessary. Like, so for me,
It's
I
extra.
like to remind men to wear lotion. I like my men that I got to remind to wear lotion. Like, I like, here, baby, here, I got you. Get the elbows.
Okay,
Like, ooh, I'm ashy.
Oh, and look at you.
Hold on,
Look, you see her? Look, she talking about us. And look,
Hold on, wait.
what we gonna call her now? What we gonna call her?
It's ashy.
What we gonna
Look,
call
I'm
her?
showing it.
What we
See,
gonna
this is
call her?
bad. I'm
Look,
like, ooh.
it's not metrosexual. We gotta get to her.
This ain't my fault. This is my mom's fault. You used to put us on. Remember, we used to put
Ashy
like,
ass.
oh, you know what? No, not
Vaseline.
elbows. I used to do
Vaseline.
planks. The little planks. That's why my elbows.
You
look
sure
like
that you sure that was that or
that. Shut up. Anyway, so, but no, I don't have a problem with men wanting to like. There's a reason why they want to feel a certain kind of way. They want to look a certain kind of way. They want to be appreciated. Like, keep
because
in mind,
of women?
well, I also feel like because of men, right? Like, think about it like this. Like, there's this whole thing about being pretty. Men, now there are men who want to be pretty, right? They want to be a pretty, like at the end of the day, it's about who can get poom poom.
Okay,
And
but
if
we're not
green-eyed people can get poom poom, then guys gonna start wearing contacts with green eyes.
okay.
if-
That used to be back in the day. Come on,
But
we
it
from
did
New
happen,
Orleans.
though.
We from New Orleans, so you
That's
know
what I'm saying.
that was back in the day. But
That's what happened.
But
So
then the manosphere, the men got together and it was like, this you're some other stuff. You over there, we don't deal with you. And they started reeling back in. Nah, that's not, But
yeah, I don't
now
believe in bullying that stuff though. I believe
It's
that
not about
it's
bullying.
okay to wear what you
we
want
have to have
wear.
standards.
I just think it's okay to wear what you want to wear, do what you want to do. But that being said, I have a right to say I don't want it.
Okay, and that's not bullying, right? When we're telling guys, when we say stuff, it's like, yeah, you could do that, yeah. But guess what? Women not go. They could support you all day long, just like you support a boy. All day you supporting them all day. Yeah, it's okay to do this, but they're not going to choose you, bruh. They're not going to choose you. You're
And
not going to
there'll
get the
be some who
outcome.
will.
But you're
But
gonna.
you're
They're
not
gonna
gonna
be
get-
way more. You're gonna be way more than not
But
because they can't
still
tell
live
who
your
you
life.
are.
Nobody. If at the end of the day, I
But
knew a
they're
guy
doing
who
it.
used
But
to
they're
wear
doing it for what?
assless
What's the
chaps.
reason they doing it for?
This dude did it. This dude was not doing it for chicks.
Okay,
I knew a dude
and that's
who
a whole
used to
different
wear
story.
assless chaps. Like he would just. I'm telling you, this dude would do everything. Like every time. And
Purple
this is my
rain,
dude. I
purple
love him.
rain.
He's cool as hell.
Some Prince shit.
Right? He'd do all kind of stuff. And when I tell you, every time I saw him, I was never like. You know how you have ankle
Were you
bracelets?
turned on?
He was a good-looking man. He was a good-looking man. He was a very good-looking man, but he wasn't my type.
Okay.
That being
Okay.
said, he lived his truth, and I support living your truth.
No, and I support it too. My thing is when you do it for, we started off, you
Oh.
doing it for women. This is my thing.
Yes.
You're doing it for women.
You're doing it for the wrong reason.
And you think, because you think metrosexual women tend to support that type of stuff, right? Because, oh, you put on lotion, you moisturize, right? You don't need a name for that. You don't need a term for that. Just do it. You don't need a term. Stop trying to make yourself away from the pack so you can get attention, because women going to look at you and be like, oh, he looks nice, but he's not my type. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, they're looking at you side-eyed. So that's
We got a woman, by the way.
Do what?
Assless chapter got a woman.
They got somebody for everybody. I'm sure.
But I'm just saying,
Yeah, no.
some of y'all dudes not living y'all authentic lives, and y'all lonely, and y'all wonder why, because y'all ain't living y'all authentic lives. The Ashless chapter,
and people could,
she bad too.
And people could, like, they know that you're faking it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the issue. The issue is that when they see you, they say, okay, that's not really who you are, and that's why you don't get women, actually, because you're not living your truth, because you're not being your true self.
Hot Damn Iraq was talking about he's Pokemon. He's a Pokemon.
Yeah,
dude,
a Pokemon.
Trying to be a thug. It's like if y'all not living your authentic selves, that's gonna be the reason why you don't get what you get.
It's not because you're not being like everybody else. Like I did a video and had Yan. I sent you the video, right?
Yeah.
And then she asked me the question, like,
she's a mess.
Yeah, she's stupid. She asked me a question. I'm like, don't try to do what everybody else do. Be yourself. That's the key to everything. Be yourself, and a person that sees
apart.
you, the second self apart, and the person that sees you, likes you for your true self, that's the right person for you.
And most of the time, people
that's what it is.
Half the people I got in life were just because I was comfortable in me.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're comfortable in you,
and that's attractive to other people.
It is.
Yeah, it's attractive. Mm-hmm.
But if you sit here, like if you're second guessing everything you're doing or whatever, like being the popular people is a lot of stress, because you're trying to figure out what the masses need for you to stay on top. That's a lot of work. And I quit. I can't. I quit. Every time I quit. I can't be. I don't want to be popular. I just want to be me.
Yeah, it's a simpler life. It's more fulfilling. I mean, you don't have to try as hard. You just live in your life.
Stress.
Yeah, it's not less stress.
This is but that's what social media is now, trying to be the popular kids online.
Yeah, and it's high school. It's back to high school,
which makes sense why I'm like, I was like half the time y'all see pictures I put up on Facebook. Them be some old ass pictures. Like I done went there, came back, went some other places, some other things. Half the time they don't see how I move. I just don't like that. But I'm also that kind of girl, so I don't, but whatever. Anyway, we lost a legend. Lost a legend this year or this month. We lost a legend. He died last week. Paul Mooney. He is the funniest dude. Let me tell you, I feel like I'm Paul Mooney on some level. Like I idolize him because of that reason. Because I'm gonna tell you real talk. Like the real talk is I know it. That's how Paul Mooney was. Paul Mooney was like, this is it, this is it, this is shit. And then he pursed his lips like, nah, y'all know the truth. Like Paul Mooney was dope.
Yeah, Paul Mooney was like, he was the hardest working, the longest working comedian in the business. Like he's worked with everybody in the industry. He's wrote for everybody in the industry.
And he never made it to the success of other people because he had principles.
Yeah, because he wanted to say what he wanted to say.
He was himself, but he was always work. He always had work. They always brought him in. He wrote for shows, and not just the Chappelle Show. He worked for a lot of shows. He did a lot of work. He just never made it to like the levels of some other people. But to get somewhere else, he was 80?
79.
79?
Mm-hmm.
To get to a certain levels, you got to be willing to give up certain things, and he just wasn't. He was just dope.
No, he wanted to be his true self. He wanted to say the truth. He wanted to be responsible.
He also seemed like a wild racist when you watch his videos.
Oh yeah. He pointed out racism. Yeah, he had no problem pointing out racism.
And his crowd was all white all the time,
which kind of made me like it made me cringe sometimes. I'm like, oh,
because you saying this unapologetic.
Yeah, just like okay, this is it. I'm like,
he was saying,
oh
like
Jesus,
all white audience.
Yeah,
all white audience. He'd be like, "Let me say about y'all evil people." I'm like, "What?"
Yo, evil whiteys.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what he said. You evil whiteys.
but you know what? I mean, he didn't tell no lies,
Mm.
and so I respect him. And like 80-year-old man,
Mm.
almost 80, and I hope he didn't have any regrets. None of them
No,
were
I
worth
don't
it.
think he did. I don't. Yeah.
Like I hope he was proud of the legacy he left, and even if we find out something later on, because you know people love
Yeah,
talking about
they're gonna
people,
find out
and it's
a
like,
bunch of
oh, he
stuff.
was gay, and
Yeah.
so if he was, if he wasn't, so none
Yeah.
of that matters. Like,
Nope.
so rest in peace. That's what I got.
Yeah.
And I'm
Let's
sure
do-
other people have died too, and I'm not. That's not us saying that he is better or worse than anybody. But to me, it was like, oh man, Paul Mooney's gone.
Mhm.
Oh,
He actually he touched a lot of lives and he's responsible for a lot of people's careers.
hmm
So
absolutely.
without him, we wouldn't have some of the greats we have that we love so much.
hmm Yep.
Yeah.
So that's all I got.
That's all I got to.
Heidi says connectivity for social media. I agree, but
Oh,
if
to
you
be
can,
connected. Okay.
a lot of people, is it connectivity if you're connecting to them inauthentically?
Yeah, it's not authentic. So it's not even about connectivity. It's
You're
about
just connecting to a
seeming a certain
lie.
way. Yeah, seeming a certain way to follow the crowd or be looked at a certain way so you can feel more important than you are in
Well,
your everyday life.
but maybe the other person doesn't know this person's faking, and you think you're getting to know somebody, and you're not. You don't even know them, so you're just knowing a lie.
Mm.
So it's not connectivity if you are being authentic and you're connecting with an inauthentic person. So, yeah. But if
Yeah.
there are two authentic people, like we can only be as authentic as we know to be too. I'm not sitting here shitting on people if you're not self-aware where you're at, right? There are times where I don't realize what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, and it takes somebody maybe pointing it out or maybe me reaching some level of awareness. So, oh, okay. They could,
Okay.
Maury.
Well, yeah.
I,
Hey, maybe we need to do a show about that. People that make.
well, so I don't have a
Hey.
problem with meeting people and finding people and stuff like that. But let's just say, Heidi, and I'm not saying this is the case, nothing against your sister. Let's say you met your sister online and she was like, oh, and then you went on her online site and then she was like living big and doing all this stuff. You're like, oh, she's doing great. Let me meet my sister who I've never met. And then you met your sister and your sister's
Can
like,
I get some money, sis?
Yes.
Can I get some money?
You got some nice shit. And she's scratching her arm, like, hey, let me use your bathroom for a second. And then you find all your precious jewelry is missing. Like, I'm just saying, like, anything can happen. If we live, you got to be careful and wary of what you perceive on social media. Meet your family, though. I think the good news of social media is great. How people utilize it tend to be a little bit what I don't like.
And based on with that, right? Social media is responsible for a lot of people after Katrina finding each other.
Yes.
So it's a great tool if you use
and
it right.
losing each other because I've lost. Like, yeah, you can't find me.
Block. Nobody can find me. Now you see me. Now you don't.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's not me shitting on the full process of social media. It's just how it's being used. Also, I'm a curmudgeon. Everything I believe has to do with not showing who you are to everybody because everybody doesn't need access to you like that. So you have to also take what I say as a grain of salt. Paul Mooney was one of my favorite comedians. So clearly I'm a curmudgeon. So it is what it is.
Anyway, that's it.
That's all I got.
Anyway, appreciate y'all rocking with us.
As always.
We'll be back next week. Next week I already know what I want to do.
Okay.
So next week will be the 100-year anniversary of
Tulsa. Tulsa?
Yeah, Tulsa, Oklahoma. The massacre, Tulsa, Oklahoma massacre. Black Wall Street to be 100-year anniversary. I wanted to be up there, but tickets got high as shit, like $400. I'm like, I'm not gonna be up there because I'll
be there in spirit.
Yeah, I'll be there in spirit. I planned on being up there and maybe doing live from up there, but I'm sorry, I don't have that type of money to be, doing that. I support them in my heart, all up in my heart. So yeah, we'll be talking about Tulsa, Oklahoma, and they'll have some stuff going up there. So if I can find out or I could link up with somebody that's up there, then I'll bring them in live. Maybe I'm gonna work on that. But and would I be out of jail then? Yeah, I'll be out of jail then. I'll be out of Facebook jail, so I'll be able to do that and bring y'all all that stuff. Anyway, we gonna leave it with Mr. Paul Mooney, and we out. See y'all next week.